So today we released two videos on Kinetic Momentum and Glass Cannon, and I talked to a lot of people about it, and it was kind of funny because when I made the videos, I already planned on making 3 parts to it. I wanted to show the talent with nothing procced, right? I wanted to show the talent using, combined arms, tech support, Glass Cannon, and then of course I wanted to show it with running probably one of the most used builds that people are using right now because of the exotic backpack. And if you guys don't know, the exotic backpack, if you pair that bad boy up with the skill build, it's absolutely a monster. And it's really the only way you guys can run and gun. I hear a lot of people saying, well, I use Glass Cannon because I'm gonna run and gun. You aren't really running gunning like this, right? Like you're not up there in their face tanking. I'm running about 1.1 million armor. I still have 6 skill tier, and I already dropped this video. So if you guys want to see this build right here, don't worry, I will have a link for it in the description. But hey, this is part 3, so that means we got to do a little bit more testing, right? So let's dive right back into the shop and let's test the backpack. So we're gonna have the backpack, the exotic backpack with the full 30 stack, and we're gonna test it with Glass Cannon, and then we're gonna test it with, of course, Kinetic Momentum. So let's get into it. So we made it back to the testing range. We gotta hurry up and take advantage of it. If you look really close down, you can see Kinetic Momentum right there, right? So we're waiting for it to get the full stack. Once it gets the full stack, that is when I will start firing this bad boy. So let's get the full stack. We got the stack working. So we're seeing, hold on. We're actually not gonna use the capacitor. We're gonna use the test subject just so we can do an easier test on it. So look at this, 206,000 damage. Yeah, 206,000 damage, right? So that's with Kinetic Momentum, the exotic backpack, a full 30 stack, which gives you skill efficiency. So that's skill damage, skill haste, status effects, all the goodies. Now we're gonna switch it out real quick and we're gonna put Glass Cannon on this. So this is Glass Cannon, same build, a 30 stack. You can still see we have a 30 stack. So the base damage is already lower. We already know without anything going. And then now we're gonna stack it with if we're just using Perfectly in Sync. And there you go. So about what, 8,000 difference. So if you are going to use the exotic backpack, 100% you guys are gonna wanna throw on Kinetic Momentum. So you see right here we have Glass Cannon. That's not where you're gonna wanna run with the backpack because the backpack does not, it's not multiplicative. So you're not gonna get the bonus, that amplified damage, right? So once you have a 30 stack on the exotic backpack, you really wanna have Kinetic Momentum, and that you can do that test yourself. I did all 3 tests. I just wanted to have that video out there, and it was actually kind of fun doing these. My goal was to do 3 different videos. I knew it would cause controversy. What you guys need to remember is depending on what talents you use, whether you're using Glass Cannon, whether you're using Kinetic Momentum on the chest, and then what you're using on the backpack really makes a difference with your skill builds. I personally don't really like Glass Cannon, especially if you're trying to run a gun, because you will take a lot of damage, and that 50%, 60% incoming damage for me isn't worth it. And then with a build like this, I never have to worry about my skills not having that 30 stack, because the fact is the turret stays up. It has a long duration, especially with the 30 stack that's giving me 30 skill efficiency. So with the exotic backpack, if you guys plan on running the exotic backpack for your hybrid builds, and that's what I think is probably one of the better hybrid builds in the game right now for skill builds, for solo play or in group play. I personally like it, and when you run it, if you choose to run Glass Cannon or you choose to run Kinetic Momentum, you're gonna notice that you're gonna get more damage out of your skills. And then not only that, with the backpack, once you pick up a trophy, you're gonna gain an additional weapon damage from that. You're gonna gain additional skill damage because you get those initial bursts from each trophy you pick up. And that's why with that skill, you're always moving around. And if you had Glass Cannon, you wouldn't be able to do that. So for me, 100% Kinetic Momentum is the way to go. For some people, they like Glass Cannon and they like how it works. I personally don't think Glass Cannon is one of those talents that you can really call a hybrid build, because you're hiding most of the time. And if you're shooting from, you're blind firing, you're not moving around like this where you're a hybrid build. So those are the big differences between the builds. at the end of the day, they're both really good talents. It's really close with the skill damage, and it's really, do you want to take that risk versus reward? And for me, when I'm running something like this build right here, I do not need to run any type of skill damage. All my turrets do all the damage, everything just melts, and it's a lot of fun to use. Probably one of the funner hybrid builds I've put together since title update 12. But yeah, that's it. If you guys want to see this build, remember, I'll put a link to it in the description. It's a really solid build. I've played everything with it. I've done legendary missions with it in group. I've done a lot of solo play. I have not done solo legendary on the summit with this build, but I'm pretty sure I probably can, because I used to do it with the pistol version of this build, and then we just tweaked it a little bit, and it's a lot stronger than that pistol version of it. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think it's a really solid build. I think Kinetic Momentum is the way to go for skill builds, and I feel like you stay up a lot longer. Like, I wouldn't be able to do what I do running glass cannon, but remember, it's personal preference. Each build really benefits from it. If you're running a backpack that is multiplicative, like combined arms, tech support, that's going to definitely hit a little bit harder, probably 4,000 to 5,000 more. But if you do hit something that doesn't have a multiplicative backpack, something like the exotic backpack, well, that's where Kinetic Momentum is going to do more damage per hit, and you guys were seeing in the test. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a blessed day. Nothing but skills out.